Hello people, welcome to yet another amazing episode. My name is Robbie Masaga. For the new ones here, feel most welcome. And guys, if you've not subscribed, what are you waiting for? So today I want to react on this particular video that I saw earlier of students who are lecturing Prime Minister of Jamaica. Yeah, I want you guys to watch that video. Then you come back, we react on it. Yeah, and let me know your thoughts about the same on the comment section. Yeah, so let's watch.
Good night, everyone. My name is Daniel Thomas. I'm the president of the Love March movement, which is a youth organization, and we have an initiative called Colorblind, which is where we encourage young people to be engaged in political and national matters with an unbiased eye, without political assignment or, alignment rather. Okay, so my issue that I would like to raise at this time is with respect to needs. All right? Now, I am not, and we are not, against a national ID. We see the benefit of it. There are great pros. It will fill gaps in the country. But we believe that in its current form, it poses significant issues for many Jamaicans, especially with the fact that there has not been, in my opinion, and many other Jamaicans, 60,000, I checked the petition this morning, 60,000 Jamaicans here and abroad who feel that there needs to be more consultation, ventilation of the issues, speaking about pros and cons. All right, both of them are important to our consultative process. So we're being told that we must enroll in NIDS, or in the next 3 years we'll be possibly fined a max of $100,000 and barred from government services and possibly private services as well. The only exception being where there's a threat to health or life or a state of national emergency. Now, I'm deeply concerned about this bill because of the impact on the country.
So Charles, you have given us 2 points in the bill that you'd like responded to.
Well, I can't go into all of them, but just to say, right now I qualify for NHT.
Yes.
In 3 years, I will somehow lose my qualification because, somebody can respond to the NHT point, of course.
You're sure about that?
Well, that is my understanding because it won't be a threat to my life or health.
This is where you're going to come to get all the answers. All right, so allow them to respond now. Thanks, Charles. Really appreciate it.
We have over 60,000 Jamaicans.
So, Charles, so you have to allow them to respond.
Me?
Yeah,
I'm
sorry.
Thomas, sorry.
I'm so sorry, Thomas. My apologies.
Can I just finish
the
the
wrong
last
name.
2 lines here?
The last 2 lines?
Very quick.
2 points or lines?
2 lines. So, my closing thought would be to withdraw the bill, allow for proper ventilation of the issues over a 3-month period even, town hall meetings and joint select committee where we can properly speak about the many, many issues that are in the bill. We're not against the bill, but we are for the country of Jamaica moving forward.
Thanks,
well,
Thomas.
I tell you what,
excellent.
Thomas,
yes.
I'm very happy that we find common ground, being that we are both for the country moving forward. But I just wanted to know, can you now get your NHT benefit without providing identification? I just wanted to know. And the answer is no. No, you can't. Secondly, and let's be clear,
Hang on, Thomas, you don't get a second chance. So sorry, you already asked.
You've asked your
rhetorical.
No, you already asked.
Oh, it was
I'm
rhetorical.
Sorry.
Okay, fine. Like many other things, it's rhetorical. Fine. Secondly, Thomas, do you know, how old are you, Thomas?
I am 26.
Do you know that this bill, this idea of creating a national registry started from as early as 1970? And we have been discussing this national ID, morphed from having a birth certificate that's unique, starting with ID for voting, which by now most Jamaicans who don't intend to vote, but who want some identification, decides that, well, we will take the voter ID, but we won't vote. I'll give my fingerprint for the voter ID, but I don't vote. There are 1.8 million Jamaicans who want an ID, and they give their fingerprint willingly, including some of the 60,000 who signed the petition. Answering personal questions, providing personal information, and freely giving of their biometric. The government has that now. What's new? You talk about consultation and speaking about this bill. In 2002, this bill was brought to the Parliament of Jamaica by the then Minister of Health, John Jr. It was tabled in Parliament and a joint select committee was named. It sat and languished and nothing happened. In 2009, former Prime Minister Bruce Golding saw that the bill was there, nothing is happening with it, started a resurrection of it. In 2012, former Prime Minister Portia Simpson Miller took the bill, and her very statements, this is a very important thing and we are going to push it, and started the negotiation for a loan to do this with the IDB. It was good for them to start the conversation about a $64 billion loan, but now it is not good. You know what I reject? Do you know what I reject? I reject the view that somehow you have a higher moral authority on this matter than I do. I am not here to create, and I make that point very seriously, because I am not here to create a system that is going to deprive Jamaicans of their freedom. And you know what else?
But the bill does.
I am not hiding from consultation. I am here facing the questions. Unlike most, I am facing the questions and answering them. And I will go to every church in Jamaica. I will go to every room, every house, and I will answer them. Because I am not trying to take away anybody's right.
Deal with the Prime Minister.
And I find that this discussion is disingenuous, unfair, and untruthful. And I will tell you, Jamaica, I am not going to hide from this. If you say that you are for Jamaica and that you agree that we should have a national civil registry, then let us talk as we are doing, but let us talk on the facts of the situation, not on the untruth and what we make up. Let us discuss the facts.
All right.
Okay, good night, everyone. My name is Glendon Martin. I am a student of the University of Technology. And I had a question, but the president had a similar question, so I'll allow him to ask the question. But what I have to say, well, I have a comment, actually. The gentleman that asked the question on NIDS, Mr. Prime Minister, I was taken aback by the way you responded to the question. I felt that you came across too strong, and when I was listening to you, while I was listening to you, I was saying, everybody, should I go and ask this gentleman a question? Will he answer me in the same tone that he answered the young man? And what I want to say and what I want to see in Jamaica, or overall with politics, is that our politicians behave sometimes, even in Parliament, when you see them jumping over, arguing with each other. Our young people are looking at this and they're saying this is something that is right, because the politicians the leaders of our country, this is something that they do. So, Mr. Prime Minister, I would like for you to, first of all, apologize on the way you responded to the question. And secondly, allow me to finish, please. Allow me to finish, please.
So, my darling, hang on 1 second. Sir, hold on, everybody. 1 second. You know, the great thing about youth, hold on, the great thing about youth is that we see no boundaries at all. None at all. I think that you possibly could think hard on your comment and suggestion, really, in terms of the implications. I understand your feeling, but allow the Prime Minister to respond, though, since you have no quiet question. Allow the Prime Minister to respond.
Just one thing I need to add to
no, you've gone past your 30.
Well, just to what I was saying, that our country is seeing some improvement, and that is something I must commend your government on doing. But we want to see more and more where the young people voice is being heard, and you can listen and sit and talk with us to hear what we have to say.
Thank you so much.
If you've watched the entire video, I know you're surprised as I am. Yeah, and let me just say that we also have these kind of problems back here in Africa. Yeah, we have the same issues happening here in Africa, and it's amazing that at least we have fearless young people that can face these politicians. They can tell these politicians the truth, because these people never listen to their people. All they care about is money, traveling around, buying expensive things, cars and everything, but they forget about why we elected them. Yeah, they forget once they get whatever that once they get into power, they forget everything that they had promised to do. And I'm just I'm amazed at how this fearless young man stood up and told the Prime Minister the truth. Yeah, he told him, in as much as at some point the Prime Minister was getting angry, but at least the truth is out. Yeah, at the end of the day, you've told the person what is in your mind. I've always heard Africans urge black people who are displaced around the world, urging them to come back to Africa. Yeah, urging them to come and save us from whatever issues that is happening here, urging them to come back to Africa and invest here. One thing we forget is that we are the same people who participated in these people being displaced around the world, because our ancestors, some of our ancestors, they were traitors. They're the ones who sold out our people. Yeah, and we are here crying each and every day. We've failed ourselves because we let these white people control us. They come here, they take over everything. Yeah, in as much as they're coming here to invest, they come to invest and control us at the same time. Yeah, so this old generation try hard to silence this young generation, because they know what they get from these white people. Yeah, they know what they get from them, and that is why most of them have now become dictators, because they don't want us to talk. They don't want the young generation to say anything. And I want to see people like this student, even here in Africa, people who can stand against these politicians, people who can tell the politicians the truth, because whatever they're doing is not right. We keep on destroying our own continent. We keep destroying Africa with our own hands, because we are being controlled and we can't see. This fearless student stood his ground. He schooled the Prime Minister. He told him the truth. Yeah, these are the kind of people we want to see in our society. Yeah, people who can tell these politicians the truth. The other day I was watching a video. The Prime Minister of Jamaica has a mansion in Beverly Hills. We take money from our people. We take to go and invest in a white man's land. We keep on promoting these white people. Why? And we forget our own land. We keep suffering. You think that by investing in their land, they are going to love you. These people doesn't love black people. They don't. So the more we keep investing there, the more we are helping them to grow their economy, and we forget about ourselves. We have incompetent leaders, especially here in Africa. I keep saying Africa, Africa, because this is where I come from. This is where I live. Yeah, and I see these things happening each and every day. Our people, especially people who are going abroad, people who go to Saudi Arabia, people who go to Canada, people who go to America, some of them never come back alive. Yeah, and we keep supporting these white men when our own people keep dying each and every day. We have incompetent leaders. We need to have people like these students who can stand up against corrupt leaders. We need a change, because if we don't make change today, what will happen to our children? Especially here in Kenya, we have very incompetent leaders. Some who they've never done anything. The moment they took power, they've never participated in, they've never contributed anything in growing our economy. All they do is travel around. They never spend time here. They don't. Today you'll hear they're in UK, tomorrow they're in Canada, the other day they're I don't know where. They never spend their time here. Yeah, well, even as a parent, when you don't spend enough time with your kids, what happens? Yeah, you're destroying your own home.